was meant to be joined by my puppy, but they are nowhere in sight. In fact, my puppy decided that she wanted to stay in bed this morning. So much for cardio partners. Anyway, out doing it on my own this morning. 3,000 steps approximately on a 20-minute walk will set us up nicely for the day. My route usually takes me around the castle, which is pretty amazing the first time in the morning. Also quite eerie. Like, that's the whole of Lancaster. And I much prefer doing this instead of being on a treadmill staring at a screen for an hour, even though it is very cold today. Alright, so we're just back from our walk and we're just sitting down to eat our meal of oats and all this goodies on top, kiwi and 2 pints of water to start the day, and then we're going to head off to work. So I've got about half an hour before I get picked up, and we're just going to chill out, watch some YouTube, eat, and ready to go to work for the final time this week. It's Friday, and then we're going to come home and train. Tomorrow is check-in day with Wesley, so see how we've progressed. I think I've progressed quite well so far. I've been pretty particular about my routine and my diet, so that's the biggest thing, consistency. So once you get in that consistent routine, results are going to start showing. But now it's just prolonging that for the next months ahead, even in this lockdown, which is shit. So apart from eating, training and walking the dog, this is all there is to do, isn't there? Just see it out until those gyms reopen. Welcome to the gym. It's my gym, and it's not really fit for purpose or built for purpose, but it's the only option that we've got right now with the current situation. I've also been fortunate enough that Paul, my good friend, has lent me some dumbbells and some plates, interchangeable ones, which makes life a hell of a lot easier. I was very close to investing in some gym equipment, but as you can see, things are a bit tight in here, and when this is all over, I'm going to be stuck with some gym equipment that I can't shift, and we do not have any storage. You currently sat on the storage. So yeah, we work with what we've got with, and we're going to try and make the best of a bad situation. Today is going to be a full body workout. Usually through the week I alternate between lower and upper body splits and really try and maximise as much volume as I can in those sessions, because obviously volume's the only thing we can really do. We don't really have adequate weight to keep adding on and progressing with, so any progressive overload that we're going to try and make any gains that we can is going to come from the volume that we do in these sets. Form is everything. I know it's a given in this game anyway, but form is everything. We want to make these reps as best as we can and as resistive as we can to get the most out of them. So let's get going.
Don't waste things. Don't waste food.
Right, something a bit different on a Saturday morning. We have come through to Cockerham, to the dog place, where we're letting Isla have a massive run around in this big barn that we've got for an hour. And it basically just gives her time to run around and wear herself out, because obviously we're in lockdown. And we've done the walk about 1 million times this week and it's getting a bit boring. So it's better for us to have her circling me. She's obviously happy about being here. And it's good to see her being here and enjoying herself.
Come on. Good girl.
Isla.
Defeated at home.
Update time. So this is an update. It's been a long time since we've actually spoken. It's been quite a few weeks, well before Christmas in fact, and just not a lot's been going on. I mean, what else is there to report on apart from lockdown and how shit it's been? But even though it still remains shit and we're still very much in a lockdown, this vaccine hopefully is going to help us get out of it, hopefully, touch wood, by spring, which means on a bodybuilding side of things that I will be able to get back in the gym and begin putting in some serious work, not some home gym work. There's limitations to this, but some serious work on improving this physique and bringing it up exactly where I need it to be in terms of ready for 2022, and that is exactly what I want to speak about today on this video. Over the past couple of weeks I have been flitting about with ideas left, right and centre about which federation I'd like to go with. It has to be a natural competition, it has to be tested, and that brings me down to a handful of federations and a handful of competitions that are actually about, that I could compete in and register for. But there's nothing that excites me, there's nothing that jumps off the page at me and makes me want to jump in there and give everything through prep and fight for and put my family through to go to one of these shows that doesn't really have my full energy. I want something that's going to stimulate me and make me wake up every morning and want to fight for every single component of the day to achieve it. Even if I don't, I want that drive and that hunger to be resonated inside me. And that's why I was getting a bit, where am I going to go here? Because I'm going to have to force myself down a route that I don't really want to go. As fate would have it, I was scrolling aimlessly down Instagram when I came across this poster. Now this poster is for the finals, granted, but this brings me around to the federation. For the first time, quote me if I'm wrong, in history in the UK, they are doing a natural bodybuilding competition with the Two Bros events. Now Two Bros events is affiliated with the IFBB, and with the IFBB this is the big boy. This is Joe Weider's Mr. Olympia. This is what all your famous athletes are umbrellaed under. This is what they are signed up to, the IFBB Pro League, and Two Bros events are therefore granted to allow to be awarding pro cards to become an IFBB Pro athlete. Now, don't worry, you don't have to tell me, I know I'm punching slightly. So to pull myself back down to earth briefly, I thought I'd speak to Wesley. I just thought I'd get grounded by what he has to say. So after pitching the idea to him, he was really positive. The brief amount of time that we spoke about it, he was really positive. He thinks that if we start working towards things now, with that 18 months before we even have to start prepping, and with a nice long prep, we can come in and, in his words, we could do some damage in my class. So as you can imagine, that initially just sent me through the roof, the fact that now he's backing me, that we can work towards this, we can start using this as a goal to work towards. And truth be told, I'm not the most confident person in terms of believing in myself. Sometimes I put myself down and, God, that isn't for you, Joe. No, that's not for you. But for the first time in a long time I can remember, I just do not have any doubts about my work ethic towards this, because as I said, it grabs hold of me. So as of right now, we've taken the first steps to this show. Since speaking to him in my check-in, we're already moving towards that. We're utilising this lockdown period to train at home, cardio, and through diet we're going to try and maintain as much muscle mass as we can, but strip the body fat down to like 10%, and then from there slowly maintain. And then when we're unleashed now in the gyms reopen, start working and gaining lean muscle tissue. None of this bulking that I've held my hands up and said I've made mistakes in the past before. We're going to do this properly, and we are going to attack this the only way it can be done, and that is with every single bit of guidance from a coach. He runs the show. He says jump, I say how high, right at the minute. He's done it. I trust him, so I'm going to let him guide me to these regional qualifiers, and then once we got through the regional qualifiers we can dream. But that is all it is at the minute. It's a pipe dream. So I just thought I'd update you exactly where things are at for me, and the end goal. The end goal has always been 2022, but we've never had a show. But now that motivation has gone up a notch, and we've got a show in mind. As I say, nothing's set in stone. Things can change, as we're well aware of in the current climate. But the road to 2022, and dare I say it, the road to 2022, the road to the pro card. No, I'm not going to say that. That's just, no. We'll try that one again. The road to 2022 is very much underway, and the road to the Natural Classic regional quality doesn't really roll off the tongue as well. Now, do you know what? We are going to say it, and we're going to believe every single word of it, because if we're going all in, we're going all in, and we have to believe in everything that we do that this is going to happen. Why else would we follow it and chase it up? So we are chasing that dream, and we're very much on the road to 2022, the Natural Classic and that pro card. Again, thanks for watching. We're going to end this one now, but we'll be back very shortly with another vlog on how this shredding is going and how we're making our way towards getting towards that 10%. So see you there.